the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico di Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Ishala, Nina, Goza, Hanso, Nana, Jama, and Yana Farosi, Obanana, all the and then saw no one and you went out of his Tahara and you went out young. Be connected with make a difference with your source and you went out of but you know what? I would like you to believe that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I've come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm going to do in 5 years to come. Thank you. So you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you, the more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. Everybody brought them in. Why did the government brought them in? Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, We don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Zone, you come to Ohaji, you come to everybody, you come to Agulere, you come to Ebo, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building a way to share money, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for your Nigeria. One Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our bumper, you take everything, our VAT, our tax, everything. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger. Airport. Refinery. You take oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You're not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak to you, they gave them money so that they will come out. Pages of the newspaper to give the world giving the impression that everything is okay. When things happen, go easy and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is one. We must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You are suffering. They are killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. So I'm a Democrat, I'm subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Ekpa wrote to President Biden. In it, Ekpa said, come and help us fight terrorism in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep plotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not people. When I say it, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of them think in Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where our umbilical cord, our long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou. Prayer of David from the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical. Very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord. You will vindicate IPOB. You will vindicate your children of Biafra according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked. Bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land. Bring an end to their abductions. Bring an end to their kidnappings. Bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent. Bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam. Bring to an end their mediocrity. Bring to an end their senseless feudal rule. Bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, O Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God and you are an upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword. You will bend and string your bow. You will prepare your deadly weapons. You will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men.
I'm not happy by the fact that Simon Ekpa is now in charge of the Biafra Liberation Movement. You don't need to start disgracing yourself on social media. If you hate Simon Ekpa's approach to Biafra freedom, bring Nnamdi Kanu out and stop antagonizing what Simon Ekpa is doing in his own way to bring Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu was not your friend in 2021, before 2021. Some of you going to seek advice from him was the one who masterminded his kidnapping from Kenya. And the same man today you are running to for help. If you know that Nnamdi Kanu is now somebody to be listening to, bring him out to stop me. But so long as he continues to be illegally detained at the DSS dungeon, you must come to terms to that reality that Simon Ekpa is not in charge. I will deal with you people. You don't know what you have done to yourself. Freedom fighting is a fight to finish. I have come to end and stop and finish the fight that Ojukwu started over 50 years ago. So all of you that you see Simon Ekpa as an obstacle to whatever nonsense you are doing with Nigeria, believe me, I am just knocking at the door. I have not started. I told you people that the time is coming when you are going to know who Simon Ekpa is. The time is fast approaching. So if you are not happy with the fact that Simon Ekpa is in charge and the new sheriff in town, bring Nnamdi Kanu out to stop me. And if you cannot do that, you will rant and you will keep quiet. You will write to everywhere you want in this life, you will keep quiet. I warned you people from the beginning. This Nnamdi Kanu you kidnap will be the worst mistake Nigeria has ever made. And I warned in the beginning that we are going to make sure that the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu is very costly and very expensive. My people of Biafra, I am telling you, we are now over $15 billion loss to Nigeria, and we are counting. We are counting. 15 billion lost to the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, and we are still counting it. By the time we get to September, it will get to 20 billion. I am talking about $20 billion. That is the estimated loss to the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu. Now tell me, not only that, we are crashing the foundation of Nigeria. And God have used you to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu so that you are going to pave way for the quicker action for Biafra liberation. And it is happening. And so, Biafra people, those who are still contemplating on what Simon Ekpa is doing, please do not listen to criminals who collected money to sell Nnamdi Kanu. And those telling you Simon Ekpa should stop using Nnamdi Kanu's name, I want to tell you one thing today. I've been addressing this on Twitter. During the time I was having meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, none of these people were part of the meeting. None of them. Nnamdi Kanu never brought anybody to me. Nnamdi Kanu never introduced anybody in Biafra's struggle to me. If anybody has ever participated in the meeting between me and Nnamdi Kanu, the person should come forward. And I take his word. I am working and executing the contract and agreement, verbal agreement I have with Nnamdi Kanu. Only between me and him. Nobody else was part of it. And I'm going to fulfill this particular agreement to the best interest of myself, the best interest of Biafra, the best interest of our future, and the best interest of our nation. It is not attached to Nnamdi Kanu. It is attached to the gods of our land and to those who have sacrificed everything in struggle for Biafra. So, this particular agreement, nobody born of woman will come and be in between it. So I want to make it very clear today that the time I was having meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, none of them were part of it. I do not know anybody. He never introduced anybody to me. I have come to finish where he stopped. The code is in my palm, not in the criminals that we have expelled, not in the governors, not in the senators that will soon begin to receive Edwakanono of Internal One. We have started it. If you think you can do what you do to other people, this is the end of the road. So, Biafra people, tomorrow we are going to have the normal broadcast, and I wish that you are going to enjoy yourself. For the time being, I just come here to give every Biafra a shout out, to thank you for your resoluteness and what you have done during the 2 weeks sit at home. It was a success. For the very first time in the history of the evil entity called Nigeria, we shake the foundation, we shake the very evil foundation to the maximum, and we continue to shake that particular foundation until it is broken, finally. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Biafrans for allowing the spirit of Biafra to possess them and staying very strong and very resolute, irrespective of the fact that they are propagating lies and all manner of whatever they are propagating in order to stop the Biafra movement. Today, the people that were proscribed, I want you to know that IPOB, those people you see today and deceived our people to die many years ago, were proscribed by the Nigeria representative within Biafra territory in the southeast, called Southeast Governors, proscribed IPOB for no good reason. And why they have not been unproscribed, they are now calling us criminals. And those who were part of the proscription are celebrating that they are calling us criminals, as if we are criminals. They celebrate criminal. And I want to ask again, I don't know, which one is better? Is it a proscribed terrorist group or is it a criminal group? We are neither of the two. We are not criminals. We are not terrorists. But they proscribe the IPOB. So you see, the people that have not even come out of the proscription are celebrating when they say we are criminals. And they say we are not members of IPOB. We are the government of Biafra in exile, officially. Legitimate official government in exile. And that is the supreme now. If you don't like it, bring Nnamdi Kanu. If you don't like the fact that Biafra Republic government in exile is now supreme, and I want everyone to understand that very soon we will stop using IPOB. Very, very soon we are going to stop using IPOB because IPOB name has been adulterated by evil people. We are going to stop using the name. And if they are not happy with that, they can release Nnamdi Kanu to put things in order. Every strategic we are going to use to show Nigeria that they have fired the wrong shot, we are going to do it. So Biafra people, get ready. When they do too much, when they overdo, we change it for them. We are going to stop using IPOB in due time. And the only legitimate name will be the Biafra government in exile. And under that government in exile, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. And if they are not going to be happy with that, they should release him to come and put back IPOB where it is. You know, I want everybody to understand that the war we are fighting now is not just the war of gun and bullet. It is also war of brain, war of awuche, and we are going to be giving them back to back. We are the one leading this movement, and we know when to fire that shot. We never miss target. So when they do too much, we will change the name completely. And the government in exile will take full charge. By then, if they do anyhow, we will continue to demand them to release Nnamdi Kanu to come and put the things in order. If there's so much love for IPOB that they prescribe, because now they are dragging who is IPOB, who is not IPOB. All of a sudden, Nigerian government is now telling you Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. All of a sudden, Nigerian newspaper is now carrying the who is a member and who is not a member of IPOB. They are now dragging who is a member. And this is supposed to be a proscribed organization, a proscribed group. All of a sudden, they are embracing them. So we are going to change, and just follow me and know when the time will come to change the name, and we are going to stop mentioning it. Let them enjoy the IPOB they prescribed. The Biafra government has come to stay. We are now government to government, not organization. So I want you to understand, they never expected what is happening now to happen. Everybody is crying. And I want you to understand that the ignorant in the life of some of them are too much. The ignorant is very smelly. And what we know, they don't know it. What we know, they don't know it. I want to use this opportunity to send a message to somebody that I didn't want to, even respond to. But because if you allow ignorant to continue, they will think that they know something. I want to send a message to somebody that is probably going to shock Biafrans people today. Master Prophet in Germany. Master Prophet. Master Prophet, you do not know anything about Biafra. You do struggle. You do not know anything about freedom fighting. Freedom fighting is beyond coming to social media to make speeches and speak Igbo language. Freedom fighting requires people with high intellect, that their brains are hot, and I happen to be one of them. Everything I'm doing today have its purpose and have a reason why I'm doing it. Whatever decision I have taken today is, one, for the best interest of Biafra. Two, is the promise I've given to Nnamdi Kanu. You do not know what I'm doing. Stop attacking and chasing shadow. It's never going to lead you anywhere. Only if you people know the damage you are doing to Nnamdi Kanu, you will be ashamed. There are informations that is available to me which none of you know. Of course, you know some of the people you are trying to defend know it because they are part of the evil plan against Nnamdi Kanu. One is that the code I have, you don't have it. It is the same you, Master Prophet, that said, if Nnamdi Kanu have given that message to you from Simon Ekpa to broadcast on Radio Biafra, you will never deliver the message. So if you have succeeded in killing Simon Ekpa, the time you were making all your concussion and all that, are you going to be proud to advise Simon Ekpa today? No. What you don't know is that I know what I'm doing. And consistency, truth, genuinity is the key. If you had succeeded in eliminating Simon Ekpa, the time you were tying baby and doing all those nonsense on social media, you will not have Simon Ekpa today to advise. But today, because I know what I was doing and you didn't know what you were doing, I was able to defeat the criminals and the enemies of Nnamdi Kanu, and your charm and your juju did not work on me. If it has worked on me, you will not see me today to advise Simon Ekpa. But today, you were able to see me to advise me because I was doing the right thing and you were just wallowing and living in ignorance that I caught up with you and your families. So what you don't know is bigger than you. If you have followed me from day one, I have never deviated from this struggle. And if, like I said, if you have succeeded with the time you were attacking me, do you know those nonsense on social media? Are you going to still have Simon Ekpa today to advise? No. You will not have me to advise. And the way I was right, then when you were doing all those things and I continue to do what I'm doing, is the same way I'm right at the end of the day with all this nonsense you are spewing out of your mouth. So I want you to just pipe low, because if you know what I know by now, you will be slapping Kanu Takanu. If you know what I know by now, you will be slapping Aloy Ejimako. You don't know what I know. You don't know. And I don't want to share many things on social media. There are some things I share on social media. There are some things I don't share on social media. I'm not saying you should believe me. I'm not saying you should believe me. But there is nothing that will change me from the path I have followed. Nothing. Because I have seen all of you are fake and fake people. Even the so-called Aloy Ejimako that was, trying to come closer to me, betrayed, including lying against me. So what I'm trying to say this evening is that you have not seen the best part of me. I am still coming. Nnamdi Kanu order will never be taken from the DSS Johnson. And anybody that is not happy with it should go and bring Nnamdi Kanu out. You see, whatever I am doing today has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. He did not give me the order. And I have made it very clear. We exonerate him from everything we are doing today. That particular thing has been made very clear to the public, including to the Nigerian media. I am fighting on my own, leading the Biafra government in exile, and it has nothing attached to Nnamdi Kanu. The only thing we are doing is that Nnamdi Kanu remained the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, and by the virtue of the recognition given to me by him, I am standing here to fight for his release. And we do everything within our power, everything within and without, to make sure we put Nigeria government in a very tight corner, and they will not have any other option than to release him, either by bail or whatever condition they want to give, but they want to see him out of the dungeon. You people cannot be enjoying your life with your family, and Nnamdi Kanu is wallowing in DSS dungeon. And they will come to you to say, Simon Ekpa is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is not released. How is Simon Ekpa is the reason? If they are telling you the truth, that what I'm doing should be the reason they should release Nnamdi Kanu to come and stop me. Right? But they will not tell you that. They will tell you what is the connection between me and Nnamdi Kanu in what we are doing? When I have said it very clear, we are not going to take order from him, which means he is not the one giving the order. So why should you continue to attach Simon Ekpa to Nnamdi Kanu? We have made it very clear. If you so much love Nnamdi Kanu, release him. Let him come and stop me. As simple as that. But you don't want to do that. We are going to change it for you. We change everything for you. And it is going to work. By force, by fire. I want to thank you all. This broadcast is going to end here. I want this particular broadcast to go to every cranny of Biafra land. Those people who bring the terrorists in uniform to keep Biafra people, it is time. The time is up. We are coming. Our defense have started. And it is going to be internal. Edwakanono have started. When it comes to you, collect it and lay low. Once it is your turn, collect the Edwaka, because it is going to reach everyone until you stop sabotaging and killing our people. Edwaka will reach every one of you. From here, from me, I thank you all.
And then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at, what else again? pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are. Of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program, wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining us on TikTok, you are joining us on Facebook, you're joining us on YouTube, or you're joining on X. Wherever you come across our program, we welcome you, we appreciate you, and we thank you for being part of the program. We wish you a very happy weekend. As you join us on this platform, please kindly like and share the program and also invite others. If you are watching on TikTok, tap on the screen and show love. Tap on the screen so that others can get the notification to join us. If you are watching on YouTube, like the program, share in all your platforms. Share on your WhatsApp group. Share in all the platforms where you belong. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Wherever you are watching from, I welcome you. If you are joining us from Biafra land, you are joining from Nigeria, you are joining from any part of Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, you are joining us from Ukraine, you are joining from Iran, wherever you are joining from, you are welcome to this platform, and I thank you so much for being part of the program. I welcome my beloved brother Gerard Dike. Thank you so much, my brother Gerard. You are always there. It's a pity I wasn't able to anchor program yesterday because I had some very important issues to deal with. Yesterday, I wasn't able to hold my program. So we are here today to continue on our program on the Biafran restoration. Remember, in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or to attack individuals. We don't come here to attack any race or religion. What we do in this platform is to continue to propagate the gospel of Biafra and present Biafra to the whole world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. Biafra is the only remedy. And when we say Biafra is the only remedy, we are not denigrating other tribes and other groups. We are not looking down on other people. All we are saying is live and let's live. Every other region, every other tribe are equally having the right. They have the rights to seek for their freedom. They have the right to their independence, and they still have the right to remain in the contraption called Nigeria. So whatever you choose for yourself, it is your right to make your choice. But what we are saying that people should be allowed to take their decision. Most importantly, the Biafran people, our decision is to be on our own, and we are not asking for war. All we are asking is for a referendum so that the people can decide their fate. We have waited for too long, and we went ahead to conduct our own self-referendum, and the result was overwhelming. More than 90% of Biafran people are willing to go back home. Almost 60 million plus voted to walk away from the Zoological Republic of Nigeria in our self-referendum. And that self-referendum was conducted so that if Nigeria feel that our self-referendum is not right, what they should have done is to conduct theirs. Mazi Simon Ekpa made that move, a very great move, to acquire the legitimacy of the struggle, to acquire the legitimacy of Biafra and the self-determination. And from that self-referendum, he got the legitimacy, and Biafrans showed that they are willing to get out of the Zoological Republic. And every responsible and reasonable government would have done, what they would have done is to conduct theirs. If they do not accept our self-referendum, it's either you adopt our self-referendum or you conduct yours. But from every indication, we know that the contraption called Nigeria is very unreasonable, and they would never behave like a reasonable nation. Instead, they choose to bring violence against our leaders. They choose to attack our leaders. They choose to kidnap our leaders. They choose to conspire, arrest, and detain the Biafran people illegally. And they want to force us to silence. But regardless what they do and how they do it, we will never be silent. The more they try to stop us, the more we'll speak. The more they try, the more they fail. And that is why I am here today, to continue on a program and foundation that was led by our leaders. We will never be silent. They have tried to create different kinds of divisions, obstructions, but we will never, ever give up. We will never back down. So wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome you. If you are still standing at this point, if you are still standing, asking for self-determination, you are truly a Biafran and you know what you want. Because we are in a very terrible time, a very confusing time, a time where there are temptations, right, left, and center. There are lies, propaganda, and blackmails flying everywhere. For one to stand in this struggle today, it takes an extra energy. It takes extraordinary strength and energy for one to be in this struggle. So if you are still in it today, sincerely from the bottom of your heart, I applaud you and I pray that Chukwu will continue to strengthen you. Many people who were there, who we thought we were there in the past, today you can see what they are doing. They are the one in the front line, destroying everything and making sure that the voice of the Biafrans is not heard. Today, the attack on Nnamdi Kanu has intensified. They are no longer hiding. They are in public, destroying the image of Nnamdi Kanu, trying to create hatred, trying to divide the family. But I bet you, wherever you are and you are still standing, I applaud you. But I want every one of you Biafrans to know that it is our responsibility to protect and keep the image of Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu is the face of the struggle. Nnamdi Kanu remains the face of the struggle. Remove him from the picture, you are doomed. Remove Nnamdi Kanu from the picture of Biafra, you are doomed. You will just be a joke. And the Nigerian government knows this very well. That is why they have paid people inside and outside. They have paid media stations, they have paid content creators, they have paid different kinds of people. They have pumped a lot of money in order to castigate Nnamdi Kanu, destroy his reputation and image, and divert the attention of the Biafran people from him. But as long as we are still here, we will stand our ground and continue to debunk all their lies and trash them to dustbin where they belong. The supreme leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, remains the supreme leader unchallenged. Not because he is Nnamdi Kanu, not because he's handsome, not because of anything, but because he has worked for it, he has merited it, and he has not deviated. He made it clear that anytime he deviates, we have the right to walk away. But he has not deviated. He has not deviated in any way, in any manner. A man who is serving life sentence because of the struggle. A man who is facing death sentence today. The government of Nigeria is going for death sentence for Nnamdi Kanu, and yet he refused to back down. A man who said is either Biafra or that. And not just saying it, he means it. So why wouldn't I support him? Why wouldn't I promote him? Why wouldn't I stand beside him? If you're a Biafran and you join the idiots who come online to castigate Nnamdi Kanu, I'm sorry. You are destroying your own life. You are destroying your own self. If you have that mind, if your conscience doesn't trouble you, that a man who is serving life sentence because of you is in detention, not speaking, he can't even defend himself, and you are accusing him of different kinds of crimes without evidence, and your conscience doesn't prick you, then you are devil incarnate. I have no reason to listen to you or pay attention to whatever nonsense you have to say. One of the wonderful things that Nnamdi Kanu will do today is to redeem IPOB. You see, I have always said that anytime I come on this platform, join me from the beginning. If you join me from the beginning, you will learn a lesson. You will learn a great lesson. Because so many things that are happening today, so many questions they're asking, so many things you are seeing today, these are the battle the Prime Minister, Nnamdi Kanu, fought many years ago. Immediately, Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in 2021. The battle began. They started trying to destroy every single thing that Nnamdi Kanu put in place. Destroy his image, destroy his legacy. Nnamdi Kanu saw it. All the things that Nigerian government is creating today, the division they are creating, what Nigerian government is doing, Nnamdi Kanu saw it long, long ago. And he began to fight the battle. He began to stop them. In one of his popular speeches, he said that we, the Biafran people, will make the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu much more expensive than releasing him. And today, Nigeria has paid dearly, billions, for the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, and they will continue to pay until they release Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi made it possible. In the video that I played, you can see him state clearly. Like those of them that will come today and say they will not obey Nnamdi Kanu, they will not take order from him. You saw Nnamdi explain his reason expressly where. And why he's explaining his reason, he still said Mazen Nnamdi Kanu remained his leader, but he exonerates Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from every action he's taken because his action was to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And any action he takes is his own action, not as a direction from Mazen Nnamdi, as a directive from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because he knows very well that the contraction called Nigeria will use his action to indict Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And he made it expressly clear that everything he's doing is his own order, in his own way, to fight for the freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That nobody should hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu accountable for what he's doing. That is why he is not taking any order from the DSS. So you wouldn't say tomorrow when he does something that it is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to indict Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He made it very clear. But today, even some people are still, even with that, they ignore as if they didn't see that video. That is why we continue to revisit all these information that was left behind. Mazen Simon Ekpa exonerated Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from every single action he took to release him. So when he was saying that he will not take instruction from the DSS, he had a reason and he made it categorically clear. And the reason he distanced himself from the IPOB, he made it clear on that video. The video I just played, if you didn't start from the beginning, please go and start this program from the beginning. In that video I played, he made it very clear why he distanced himself from the IPOB. The IPOB then, under this Department of Sabotage that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have finally today officially sacked, they polluted the IPOB. They polluted the IPOB. It was no longer what it was supposed to be. They desecrated the name. They defiled the name. And Mazen Simon Ekpa had no choice than to distance himself from that name and continue to pursue the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And he made it clear that if you don't want him to do anything, you don't want him to be judged, bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out. If you feel that he's considering nuisance or he's doing what he's doing is not right, bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out. He said it over and over again. But yet we know that those who kidnapped him had their own agenda and plan to stop Biafra. And that is why he could not stop. He continued to pursue the restoration of Biafra, and he did excellently well. And I have always said it, that the only person that will write the history of Biafra and remove Mazen Simon Ekpa is an enemy, an ignorant enemy who doesn't know what he's doing. A very ignorant person. But if you are sincere, you know that he played his role. So today, on this program today, we are going to revisit everything that is happening in the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the case of Mazen Simon Ekpa. The legal case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, the due process, human rights abuse, the rule of law. In the case of Mazen Simon Ekpa, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a lot has happened. And we will continue to bring this information to the world so they don't think we forget. No matter how the media try to sweep this information under the carpet, we will not allow them. Once again, I welcome everyone. I welcome everyone wherever you are watching from. In any platform where you are joining us, whether on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on X, you are welcome. Thank you for joining me. Today we will examine subject that has generated considerable public attention, both within Nigeria and internationally. The legal proceedings involving our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Mazen Simon Ekpa. This presentation is not intended to tell anyone what political position they should adopt. No. Rather, it is aimed to examine the publicly available facts, the legal principles involved, the importance of ensuring that justice is administered fairly, transparently, and consistently. We are drawing attention of the international community to look closely to the case of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Mazen Simon Ekpa. In a world where there is so much talk about human rights, humanity, respect for rights, and the rights is being abused today. and the world pretend they are not hearing. That is why we will go to any length to take them back and make sure that the voice of our leaders is heard. Around the world, democratic societies are built upon certain fundamental principles. These include presumption of innocence until proven guilty, according to the law, the right to legal representation, the right to fair and impartial hearing, respect for judicial independence, and the protection of fundamental human rights. Can anyone tell me if these very important ingredients are present in the case of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa? You know what the answer is. It is no. And if you disagree with me, feel free. Go and make inquiries. Look into the proceedings and how the case has proceeded and what transpired. You will probably arrive to what I'm just saying. These principles apply regardless of a person's political belief, popularity, or the seriousness of allegation against them. Court exists to determine legal responsibility through due process rather than through public opinion. In discussing the case of our supreme leader, Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa and Joko, it is important to distinguish between verified facts, legal arguments presented by the parties, judicial decisions, and commentary on opinions, where facts remain disputed or legal proceedings are ongoing. They should be treated with appropriate caution. We are trying as much as possible to present it the way the international communities will understand. Because this time around, we are not just speaking to Biafrans. Personally, I am not just speaking to Biafrans. I am speaking to the world. Because at this point, where Nnamdi Kanu is going for appeal, and Simon Ekpa Joko is going for appeal, there is a need for the international communities to pay attention before it is too late. In a world where they breach human rights, it is only important that the world should flash their torchlights to the cases and make sure that the rights of our supreme leader Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa is respected. Nnamdi Kanu is widely known as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Take it or leave it, he remains the leader. An organization that advocates for the self-determination of the people who support the idea of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader. The organization has attracted significant support among Biafrans across the world, while also being subject of legal and political controversies, which we know controversies always attached for freedom fighting and all that. It's always be there. Different government organizations have taken different positions regarding IPOB and its activities. As you know today, it is only in Nigeria that IPOB is proscribed. IPOB is in all the countries of the world, represented and registered, actively doing the activities. They are not proscribed anywhere. Only in Nigeria, a country of particular concern. That is something to pay attention to. The only country that proscribes IPOB is a country of particular concern. That speaks volume. Simon Ekpa has also been a prominent figure associated with advocacy concerning Biafra. His activities and public statements have likewise attracted legal scrutiny and public debates. As with any legal matter, allegations, prosecutions should be distinguished from findings made through the judicial process. In Nigeria, they will first of all execute you in the media. They will prosecute you in the media. They will use the media to sentence you. That is Nigerian system. Just like you saw in the case of the former petroleum minister. The lady was crucified by Nigerian media, discerning. Discerning was seen as a fraudster. They named her a fraudster, they condemned her, they jailed her in absence, they seized her property just to find out that she's innocent. A court in the United Kingdom exonerated her from all the fraudulent charges they placed against her. But Nigeria already have made her an evil person. This is exactly what they do to Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing is what they did to Simon Ekpa. They tag you anything they want, they destroy your reputation, destroy your image. And when you don't have proper representation, they get away with it. That is why we will not be silent. We will continue to call the international communities to pay attention to what is going on in the case of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. Very, very important. We can't be silent. One of the central questions raised by these cases of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa concern is due process. The major problem we are seeing, due process. There has not been due process in both cases, in Finland and also in Nigeria. Some people say in Finland, in Europe, that there is no due process in the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa. And I can point out that clearly so that you wouldn't get confused. The prosecutor of the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa refused to admit evidence against the accusers of Mazi Simon Ekpa without any reason. Without any reason. Video evidence, audio evidence, they refuse to listen or watch the evidence provided by Mazi Simon Ekpa without any reason. In a very serious charges, like accusing somebody of terrorism. And yet, he ignore his evidence he has. Can you call that due process? Of course not. And on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have always seen it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu discharged, and the government continued to hold him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sentenced through a process that is very confusing and very fraudulent. And we cannot underestimate, this is what happened and we saw it. Due process refers to the legal safeguard designed to ensure that every individual receives fair treatment under the law. This safeguard typically include access to legal counsel, the opportunity to present evidence, the ability to challenge evidence presented by the prosecution and adjudication by an independent and impartial court. But I bet you, in the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, these very important processes were skipped. The opportunity to present evidence was denied Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko in Finland. Opportunity to present evidence was denied. The ability to challenge evidence presented by the prosecution was denied to him also. An adjudication by an independent and impartial court was not present. The same thing happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when we speak about these issues, it is important we draw the attention of the world, most importantly now, that they are drawing close to their appeal. It is important we talk about it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have argued that his right has not been fully respected. The right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been fully respected. He has said this several times. And have called attention to legal and procedural issues raised throughout his case. Throughout the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he has always mentioned it. And the world were paying attention. It wasn't a hidden issue. Nigerian authorities, on the other hand, continue to maintain that proceedings are being conducted within the country's legal framework and have defended their actions through their court, which you and I know that they are not true. But all we are saying is that the world must pay attention. Pay close attention to these two cases. Now, as they are approaching the court, as they are coming for appeal, we must not be silent. Instead of following due process. Nigerian government is busy investing in propaganda and blackmail to tarnish the image of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Instead of following due process, they are investing in trying to divide the organization for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and is fighting for freedom, turning brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters. And we will never be silent. This is why it is important we call on the international community. And what we are saying today, it is not just to Biafrans. Our message this time is not just to Biafrans. Mostly to those who are watching out there to pay attention, put their satellite on Nigeria on the situation and what is happening. It is very important as our leaders are coming for their appeal that attention must be paid. Similarly, legal proceedings concerning Simon Ekpa and Joko has also drawn attention. Even in Finland, the same thing. His right has been abused. And these things, you can't say it enough. That is why when we call for proper representation and international and local pressure, not to seek for favor, but to ask that the rights of our leaders must be respected. Like any person facing criminal allegation, he is entitled to protection provided under the applicable legal system, including opportunity to defend himself and to have his case considered according to the law. At the same time, prosecutors are entitled to present evidence supporting the charges they have brought. You know how long it took them to bring charges against Master Simon Ekpa? And after bringing charges, they refused to admit the evidence from Master Simon Ekpa. These differing perspectives illustrating why independent courts are essential. Their role is to evaluate evidence, interpret the law, and reach decisions based on legal standard rather than political pressure. What we are seeing today in the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Mazen Simon Ekpa is political pressure. There is no independent court that is handling the case. And we say it and say it loud. Continue to repeat it so that the world will pay attention. Because we cannot afford to be silent. Not now, not ever. As their appeal is approaching, we must continue to speak wherever we are. And I pray that we give us the strength to overcome and do what we have to do. You're welcome, my beloved brother Christian. Thank you so much for joining, bro. Christian.
Well, choose. Afternoon.
You're welcome,
Welcome, my brother. Thank you so much. Huh? It gets where I go for induction. So a whole day I get breaks. So I see you on. I see your nice program. What you are doing. I said, okay, during this break, let me use it to come in and say a few things, and to thank you for what you are doing, because we must keep the message must keep on going.
Yes.
We will not stop until we get there. So, yeah. Hello?
Hello.
Very good.
Your network is breaking up. Your network is breaking up.
Hello, okay. Oliver, which is Oliver?
Oliver.
Hello?
Hello.
You're on the phone, but I called to go here, so you can wait much time. I called to go here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just overheard you talking about that our coastal Biafran sister when they already condemned before any,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
This is how they try to the system, the zoo system, but the actual culprits, they are there walking free,
Walking free.
The Tinubu himself, whom they say is the president, everybody knows that he's a caught in the act, red-handed criminal, and even now, this in brother Bajabi Amila, when also
Uh-huh.
defrauded people and run away from United States. You know what he's doing now? There's this thing going on now all over the world. The news is spreading that they open a fake ministry.
Yes,
Oh, you heard about it, right?
I heard about it. Go ahead.
Okay, so and you will see how they will try and cover it up, because this is how Nigeria is. The actual criminals, they walk free. Then people are convicted just because they want to victimize them. So you look at these two guys, the Tinubu himself and Bajabi Amila, because when they are not held accountable for anything, they get emboldened. A guy who defrauded people, ran away from America, he came to Nigeria, he became a lawmaker.
Two
Before you know
ex-convicts.
it, yeah, exactly. Before you know it, he's now COS to Tinubu, and they are so emboldened to the extent that they are budgeting billions, not millions, billions and billions, in a fake ministry that does not exist.
Fake ministry. And they are denying it. Oh. They are
And they are denying it.
It's on the budget. They are not denying it.
If you think about, just take a back and look at this whole thing and wonder if there's anywhere in the world, any country where such a thing will happen. And trust me, if that will happen in any other country other than Nigeria, the president will resign. The president and not just resign, they will be persecuted, they will be held accountable, because that is criminality of the highest order. And these things have been going on. So when you look at this thing,
Oluwale is fully in Asarok.
exactly, budgeting money, because the system is such that the president can just order the CBN governors to release any amount of money with no accountability, nothing, no question, nothing. We saw Buhari was doing it when he was there too. 500 billion, this, that, everything billion, and nothing.
After all said and done, the president is exonerated. Today is Emefiele that is serving. Emefiele is
Exactly. You see the point? Yeah. So that's what they did to that woman, because I saw when they interviewed her on BBC, and she was saying it that the court in the UK exonerated her, but the stigma remains, because
that is it. That is it. Once you call designing now, any child that hear designing, next thing that will come to the mind of that child is fraud.
Fraudster, exactly. Exactly. So that is for the oil, all those resources, everything coming from Biafra land, our own place too, But these people are here. Mm-hmm.
Our own place.
Yeah. So it's a terrible thing, and our leaders who are having these days, I hope that the world, they are seeing what is happening. That Nigeria is a terrorist country, and you can't be persecuting people, innocent people, who all they did was to defend their people, defend their land, and so it's a stain on the conscience of the Finnish government, and for them to join in this illegality. So, but how do you go, my brother? Just now, see, can kunyele kinwebele. Me can catch kwechi. All the come we have much time to sit down with you, my brother. Thank you so much, bro. Choose.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, my fellow Biafrans, just like my brother have said, that is what we are facing. That our beloved sister Desani, when I remember her own case, it's really painful how they have destroyed her image. Even people who are not Nigerians, once they hear that name Desani, the next thing that comes to their mind is fraud, a fraudster. All because Nigeria used their media to tarnish her image, call her different kinds of names, sentence her, jailed her, seize her properties, and we are calling names of billion and billion and billion that doesn't exist anywhere.
It's particularly painful. It's painful. It just and I'm hearing, I don't know if it's a rumor, I don't know the validity of it all, that now, Bulaba say he won't go visit Trump for America, Maybe you must have come across it too. But
yeah, I've had it too. I have had it too, my brother, and it's so painful. It's possible he can make it. You know, they
you
have
know,
been clearing that road. They have been clearing it all this while.
exactly. You took it from my mouth, bro. You just took it. That's exactly what I was gonna say. That all these years, for about 3 years now, they've been
That's what
watering
they've
the
been doing.
ground.
Yeah,
They've been watering the ground, and
yes.
these people for the most part are people who are just devoid of any dignity, sort of like morally bankrupt. That a
Yes.
man, this guy, since he entered there, he has not stepped foot in America, but they've been spending billions and billions to clear the
Billions.
ground, to lobby, to water the ground. Maybe now, because when Trump came out the other day to say that all is well, that he
Yeah.
has, so you see that money has been exchanging hand, and
And the speech of Adeboye recently is part of it. The one he went to do in
exactly.
the United States.
When he described Trump as my friend. You remember?
Yeah.
Tell me where he and Trump become friends. And this is a guy. They are all part of the rot in Nigeria. That man is a corrupt, evil criminal
Very
who
corrupt.
calls him. They've been watering the ground all along. So maybe now, Tinubu feel the confidence is there now that Trump will not order him to be apprehended or questioned or one thing or the other. So they've been spending billions and billions. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. The level of evil and corruption that reigns in this world, it sticks to high heaven.
Yes,
Audio, my brother.
it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to see that happening in Trump tenure. What is happening
Yeah.
now? We never believe it will happen. Even McArnold is even the guy is blasting them. He's even revealing more. The rates, the United States, this has been compromised. They have pumped money, millions of dollars. And today, all they are flashing to Trump is that all is well in Nigeria, trying to what? Could you imagine? A country that has become worse than ever.
Yeah.
Even when they bomb Nigeria, things were better than it is today.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can imagine.
He said that all is well, but every day, even yesterday, the number of soldiers went down by yesterday. They invaded these terrorists. Every day it's happening. So obviously, man, this world, no. You see, that is the thing. When if somebody carry money, put for everything is monetization, so it becomes a problem. That business mindset of profiteering, and it's just sad. It's just really sad what is happening in this Trump administration. But the thing is that sometimes it's like goes around, comes around, because now they are looking into so much money he's making in a short period of time, and he has, added about $1 billion to his, earnings, stuff like that. And it's just money just destroyed this world. Truth no day anymore. Nobody cares
about your truth. Nobody cares.
Yeah. They've all lost their conscience, lost their soul. It's all about money. Money. Can you imagine a guy? And
Your network can't allow us to hear. Network is bad. The network is bad. We can't hear you. I think the network is interrupted. We can't hear you at all. We can't hear you. We cannot hear you. We can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you now. Okay. The network was very, very bad. We couldn't hear him. So that's it. Just like we are saying, the world is just, it is becoming more clearer. I used to say that it's just about interest. People care about themselves. That is why every one of us needs to know that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. You know, for a long time, many people have been saying it. Don't hope on Trump. Trump is not going. That was somebody that used to come to my platform and he said that we'll be surprised that Trump will finish his tenure and he will do nothing when he comes to Nigeria. And then we were arguing and thinking that maybe he's going to do something. But it's just clear that he's not going to do anything. It's not clear. It is just about interest and money. If Trump can finally receive Tinubu, and when you see Tinubu go to US, you will see the kind of welcome they're going to give him. He first started from the UK, which are the master planners. UK, first of all, welcomed him, gave him a presidential welcome that they have not given to any other person. Tinubu, a fraudster, a man who did not even win election. He stole the election and ran with it. A man who has been convicted of drugs. But the British, the royal family in the United Kingdom, they are royal whatever they call royal. I don't know how royal it is. A royal family that is supposed to be respected, they welcomed a criminal, a drug baron, and gave him a presidential treatment they have not given to any other person. They received him. Even when they know that this man is corrupt. Even when he talks about he has nothing in his head. But because he serves their interests, he allows them to run the country by themselves from the UK. He allows them to take as many resources as they like. They gave him a red carpet treatment. And they helped him to work their way through United Kingdom, through US. And the visit of the royal family to King Charles to United States, you will definitely mention Nigeria, clearing a road for Tinubu. His wife have been going there. They have been lobbying people right, left, and center. And Adebayo keyed in to whitewash everything and make them feel that nothing's happening. Even when the country is becoming more dangerous than it was. When Trump started, it is even more dangerous now than when Nigeria was designated as country of particular concern. And that same man will come out now and tell you that they have decimated the terrorists in Nigeria. Decimated where? And Nigerians are silent. They are not shouting on their platforms. That is the worst thing. Our Nigerians are still busy engaging in propaganda, blackmail. They are still looking at the IPOB. They are still looking at the Biafra and Igbo people as their problem. Nigerians, go and check platforms of Nigeria. Their problem is still Nnamdi Kanu. Their problem is Mazi Simon. But meanwhile, the terrorist that is killing them. Someone is somewhere lying and telling you that the terrorism in Nigeria has stopped. Even when the terrorism have not getting to the highest level. As we speak, terrorists are having more free ride than ever. They are operating more confidently than ever. Today, they can even boastfully tell you that they are in charge. They come online and tell you that even the military that you want to use against them, that they are in control. They have their men everywhere. Even in Asarok, they are there. Terrorism in Nigeria now have become uncontrollable. Even for the fact that while they are saying that decimated terrorism, within that time, 2-year-old child is still in detention as we speak. 2-year-old child is in the camp of the terrorists, has been there for more than 2 months now, and still counting. A 2-month-old child, 2-year-old child, 2-year-old child, still in detention. And the country moves on. Somebody will come and tell you everything is okay. Go and look at them. Some of them, their concern today is Nnamdi Kanu. Some of them, their concern is still Nnamdi Kanu. Why will he be released? And wherever Finland government is, Finland should be ashamed of themselves. Finland government should be ashamed of themselves. They that are NATO, an European country, who continue to preach human rights at all times. Today they have damaged their reputation by involving with Nigeria. They have damaged their reputation. Forever, it can never be redeemed again. For observers around the world. The case of Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa also highlight broader question about human rights. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB, and the prime minister of Biafran Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Ekpa, highlight broader question about human rights, freedom of expression, public security, national sovereignty, and the administration of justice. Different individuals and organizations may reach different conclusions regarding this issue, but broad argument exists on the importance of fair legal process. Fair legal process is what we are talking about. You don't see that in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you don't see it in the case of Mazi Ekpa. Why is the world silent? That is all we're asking for. Fair legal process. Fair legal process. We don't find it. What we see is political intimidation, right, left, and center. And they want us to keep silent and pretend all is well. We won't pretend. Ultimately, confidence in any justice system depends not only on the outcomes it reaches, but also on whether the procedure are transparent, impartial, consistent with the rule of law, respect for due process, helps protect both the rights of defendant and the integrity of judicial institution. But we have seen it clearly in these two cases that things are not done appropriately. Things are not done the way it should be done. As these legal matters continue to receive public attention, careful attention, be verified facts, responsible reporting, respect for judicial process remains essential. Informed discussion is most productive when it distinguishes established facts from opinions and recognizes that legal disputes should be resolved through lawful institution. Just as we gave the example of our sister who they used the media to destroy her reputation and image. That is what they are still doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. They have used media. This is a man who have won his case several times. They went ahead and changed the narrative and said different things altogether. The same thing is what they are doing to Mazi Ekpa. And the world is silent, focusing on their own interest. The world is silent, pretending that they don't see what is going on. The world is silent and moves on as if nothing happened. And they want us to continue to move on. We will not move on. We will not. We will continue to bring these issues to the public. And we will speak about them. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, we will continue to bring this matter before the whole world to see. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has not done anything wrong. All he's asking is the freedom of his people. All he's asking is the need to allow the people to make their decisions of what they want and how they want it. That is all he asks. Is it too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? The only crime he committed is that he said, allow my people to decide their fate. That is the only crime he committed. And today they are fighting very hard to destroy the reputation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, using our own people, using the same people he is fighting for, both internal and external. The people he's fighting for, even in the organization he himself formed. It is so sad. And I want us to go back to this video. Let us just listen to this video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the past. Then we can proceed from here. It is important we don't forget history.
And I said before I speak to them, I also gave my conditions, which I know they couldn't meet. It's not possible for them to meet it. And I did it deliberately. I didn't want to speak to them. They sent Judicial to come to me. First to my parents. My father said no. My mother said no. that where I stand is where they stand, in life or in death. And they came to prison. I was even from DSS dungeon. The promises came. The vice president, anything you want. You have a very beautiful wife, you better go and enjoy her than being in prison. Wow. Anything you want. And I said, no. That what I want is a referendum to determine if you good people want to be part of the zoo or part of Nigeria, or part of Biafra. Choose one, zoo or Biafra. They said no. And Sibaja tried to make contact. When I came out, I don't know if I've told this story before actually, and Ohaneze hijacked it. I went to see Mia Wode in his house. We sat down, had lunch together, and I told him what my conditions were to lift the boycott in Anambra State, which they couldn't meet. And I said to Wode very simply, go to Abuja and tell these people that these are what our people are asking for. I said to him, go and bring us something. Not for me, for everybody. He went there and started negotiating for a ministerial position for one of the children. I'm telling you, one of them is fact, ask him. Somebody asked him, but you people are being called to Aso Rock because of Nnamdi Kanu. Why didn't you tell him that you're going to Aso Rock? He said it is for Igbo leaders. And once the powers that be knew that he hadn't IPOB support, they just gave them 5 million naira for transport and dismissed them. Hadn't Nyawodo remained with me. When the governors called me, I told them the same thing in front of Professor Ben Wabese. They said, oh, but Wodo, Soludo, Ekpa is upstairs. Do I want them to come? I said, no. Government House Enugu. The former DSS director came with his bags of money in euros, in white sacks to bribe. Ask anybody working in Government House in Enugu. I said, no, I don't want to see them. Not because I want to be the only cock crowing, no. Because of consistency. Can you last? When you're tempted, are you going to succumb? Can you sustain this very effort we're making? So they have come. And I gave them my conditions which they can never meet. Open Warri Seaport, open Iguacha Seaport, open Calabar Seaport. Make Enugu an international airport where we can fly to US and come in at will. Build Iguacha Enugu Onitsha Enugu Express Road. Complete second Niger Bridge. Are these things difficult?
No.
As I'm telling you this, go and ask them in Aso Rock if your friends there. They have the piece of paper I gave to them. They ran away. Because some Igbo men were busy gossiping, saying if you allow him, when he finishes fighting Nigeria, he will come here and fight us and kill all of us. That's what they said. And you know one other thing they said? They told every Igbo billionaire around the world that nobody should give me one dime. Ask them that if you give Nnamdi Kanu money, he will go and buy weapons. That nobody should give me anything. I'm going to Gabiga, you won't believe it. That we are here by the grace of Elohim, not by any of our strength, to be honest with you. Any day we are serious, the world will know. How do you want Canada to regard the Biafra referendum or even USA? The people that the ambassador knows are the governors, or maybe Anese. Did you people not hear that British government went to Biafra land when I was in prison? Oh my goodness. The British High Commissioner was touring everywhere. When they wanted to kill me, went to Obi of Onitsha and asked him, what do we do to Nnamdi Kanu? That one said you can kill him if you want. They went to Atusia. Atusia told them, you can never touch him. If you touch him, this person will burn. How many times has the US government been to Enugu? They go to Ohaneze. I don't want to say it. They went to Ohaneze and the governor. They asked them, what do you want? Oh, leave those rascals, leave them. Miscreants. We want restructuring. What they're asking for is untenable. But the same man said if there is no restructuring, they'll join IPOB to do Biafra, isn't it? Did he complete what he said? No. Is he doing what he said he's going to do? No. And you want me to work with these people?
It's not going to work.
I say, everything I do, I say it in the open. Not gossip. And those that spoke to Uche, I am going to Chicago to broadcast live to the whole world and tell them they're in trouble. I've told them every time they contributed to IPOB will be announced for the world to hear. Tell them there'll be no hiding place for gossipers, even as much as I'm concerned, because I know what I've committed to this very movement. Not that I'll become Biafra president. No. So that I can take Nnamdi and Nnamdi back to the land of his ancestors. To that same land that Chukwu Kabiyama said, you people must be here. And then my wife, Mariano. I'm fighting for Biafra that we may be free. Thank you.
That was Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, one of his amazing speech. You know, once in a while, I go back and play these videos for you to know. Some of the things you see happening today didn't start today. It started a long time ago. You will see the role the so-called politicians play in what is happening today. You will see the role some people who are even in the IPOB play in what is happening today. So it didn't start today. This sabotage, the attack against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they plan to take him out. They didn't start today. That is why sometimes when we revisit all these videos and we'll play them over and over again, it will refresh your memory so that you wouldn't be so much troubled when you are seeing what is happening today. It didn't start today. It is something that has been there for a very long time. It has been there for a very, very long time. But we will never give up. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has never given up, and we will not give up either. He had him say, finally on that very program, that it is not even about him. It is not about him becoming the leader or becoming the president. It is about making sure that our children unborn have a home. Our children and our children's children have a home where they can return to. So many of us today have our children abroad. So many of us today, our children have not stepped their foot in our homeland. And there is no plan for them to step their foot in the homeland, except we have a nation that you can call your own, a place where you can be protected, a place where you will at least be sure that your life is protected. Because in Nigeria today, your life is not protected. More especially in Biafra land. In Biafra land, there is no protection for you as long as you are a Biafra, more especially an Igbo Biafra. There is no single protection for you. Instead, the government is really ready and willing to take you out at any point in time. That is why everybody is on their own trying to protect themselves. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu saw this thing coming. He called for us to prepare to defend ourselves. Every one of you will remember when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu went to the United States to call them to support in creating a security outfit to scare people. Many of them called him a madman. They called him a troublemaker. But today, that same thing he called for many years ago is what they are doing. I saw a post that was made by Aloy Ejimako. I feel I should bring that post. Some new people who came and say they are forming a new security outfit. I don't know what they are up to. I don't know who they formed them. I don't know where they are coming from. But I'm just trying to show it for Biafrans to know. And we are watching and observing. And once we get the information that are required, we will speak fully on that. But I just want to bring it to our knowledge because we know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu already had a template on how our land will be protected. The same people who have refused to follow that template today, they are now coming out to tell us they want to form one group or the other. They want to form one editing or the other. And I saw it posted by Allah Ejimako. And every one of us has to be very careful. We don't just jump into things because someone said or somebody said. This is the new one that I said. You see, they said breaking. A new Igbo and descendant in diaspora. That is a new group. This is a new group they form. A new group. They say it's Igbo and descendant in diaspora, IDD. Has been formed for specific purpose of self-defense of Igbo land. Calls an Igbo youth to join Igbo land community vigilante. We need to know who are those behind this Igbo nonsense. And I don't ever forget what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, that anything you form and you title it Igbo, anything you form and you put it with that title Igbo, it will not succeed. They are going to fight it to make sure it doesn't succeed. Envy, jealousy, propaganda will make sure it doesn't succeed. And most of the time, it is the Nigerian government that formed those groups. Most of the time. Any organization formed, whether in diaspora or in Nigeria, Igbo this and Igbo that, go and check very well. Before you know it, it will be federal government making. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have said it, that none of the thing that is formed that named that Igbo, put name Igbo, succeed. Look at the new one they formed. Our lawyer Jimako posted it. The lawyer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he says, breaking a new group, Igbos and descendant in diaspora, IDD, has been formed for the specific purpose of self-defense of Igbo land. The same self-defense Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has called upon, and they fought him. The same self-defense Mazen Simon Ekpa was fighting for, and they connived together and put a bounty on his head to kill him. The same self-defense that Mazen Simon Ekpa was fighting, the same self-defense that Jen Tolanko are still fighting today. Butus them are fighting, and you want them their head to be cut off. And now you come, you say you are forming your diaspora, whatever. We are watching. I have not known. I want to know those who are. I will find out those who are involved in this. Are they forming? They know that the Biafran people have rejected the Bubago, rejected their FVG. So with all the vigilante, they form high levels and said that they are not enough for them. Now they bring another one. They say Igbos and diaspora. They say that Igbo descendant in diaspora. Igbos and descendant in diaspora. IDD. Imagine. I don't know where these ones are coming from. I don't know what their plan is. Whatever their plan is, we are watching. We are watching. And I'm speaking about it because I saw it. Allah Ejimako posted it. I don't know what the meaning of his posting is. Is he posting it in support or creating awareness for us to understand and know what is coming up? Who are those that created this group? We want to know. They are forming a vigilante group. You and I know that they have different kinds of vigilante group in Biafra land. In Anambra State as a whole, they have more than 5 different kinds of vigilante group. Every other community have their own. And another one is springing up, building segregation and division of will. What stops you to join and stand behind the ESN created by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to protect the entire Biafra land? The same people that are fighting against the security of Biafra land that were put in place by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which Mazen Simon Ekpa followed suit and built on it. You destroyed their camp, you fought them, and you handed some over to be led by the Janjaweed, to be led by Nigerian government. You brought Janjaweed, you brought the Fulanis and put into your Ibubago to guide you. Now you brought you remember they talk about the forest guard. all this nonsense they are forming is not enough. They still want to bring another one from diaspora. Another one from diaspora. I am not saying anything. We are watching. We are watching, but every one of us have to be paying attention. Is it the same people that refuse to join Nnamdi Kanu to defend our land? Have they suddenly wake up? Is it the same people that put bounty of Mazi Simon Ekpa and say that he's destroying Igbo land? Are they the ones coming out to form another group? Is it Nigerian government in another way? Who are the people behind this? Who are the people behind this? I am asking a question. Who are the people? We want them to come out plainly. We want to know who they are, how they are forming what they are forming, and what is their plans. You don't just come and tell us, oh, you're coming to defend the Igbo community, oh, self-defense, and we clap for you and we join. Okay. The same way Nneka Bezie came out. Oh, we must defend Biafra, we must defend our land, defend Igbo land, defend Igbo land, defend Igbo land. The same thing China has to worry with. Defend Igbo land, defend Igbo land. Now another one is coming out. When are we going to learn a lesson? In the northern part of Nigeria, you saw their own in the northern part of Nigeria, where the terrorists are in charge, you see how they do their things. You see how they move. Every single group they form in the northern part of Nigeria is just one they have. In all the Sharia states, they have their Hizbah, and they are very active. In the other thing they have is the forest guard and the Hizbah. At least these are the ones they legalize within themselves. And their terrorists are operating on their own with the support of the same Hizbah and their forest guard. But in our own side, you will not support a legitimate group. You will not support. You will always like to create your own. When you create that one that you be in charge, only then you will smile. If a legitimate group comes, the Nigerian government will give you money, create another one. They have been trying to destroy the ESN. They couldn't. Now that they have seen that ESN have regained themselves again. Now that they saw that ESN finally have suffered, they thought that they have destroyed the world. And you see, that is why I'm just thinking that maybe it is high time we continue to work in secrecy. I just think that maybe it is high time we no longer publicize what we do. Because I believe that what is giving birth to all this nonsense we are seeing now, forming vigilante group and everywhere, is because of the appearance of the Liberation Army they saw. The ESN that they thought have been destroyed, all of a sudden they saw ESN coming out in full force, well armed, and they are pledging allegiance to Nnamdi Kanu. They are not happy. The allegiance of ESN to Nnamdi Kanu, the Liberation Army to Nnamdi Kanu, is what is prompting all this security outfit they are now coming up and down. And I think it is high time we begin to do our things in secret. And those who are concerned should be working in secret. Because I don't know where this is coming out from. And whenever I see this Igbo, from the word of Nnamdi Kanu, since Nnamdi Kanu made that statement, I begin to watch closely. Even in ordinary groups, in ordinary organizations, in ordinary meetings that we have, Igbo meetings, and I go and see chaos, dragging of position. Sometimes, even in diaspora, something that you end up with just because of that big name, they fight and they kill each other. Before you know it, they have one faction and one group or the other. We are watching, whatever be their mission, whatever they are doing. We are watching and we are observing and we're going to see. And we will keep on digging to know those who are behind this Igbo descendant in diaspora, whatever. And they say the purpose is self-defense. Self-defense for the Igbos. And I ask, What stops you from supporting the ESN that was created by Nnamdi Kanu? Can you give us a reason why you cannot work along with the ESN? You can't work with the ESN created by Nnamdi Kanu. Why is it necessary that you create different kinds of factions? Already you have thousands of vigilante groups in Nigeria, in Biafra land. Who is creating this? Is it Nigerian government? To make sure that they hand us over to the Janjaweed. I have seen some of the videos from different communities entering their bushes to comb their bushes, which is applaudable. Even when Nnamdi Kanu you say that if you form your vigilante group and you're making sure to protect yourself, he has no problem with you. Focus on securing your people and making sure you distance, you push back the attack of the Fulanis. As I see many videos coming where people are going to the forest, where different communities are going to the forest, it's a good idea. It's a good, different communities going to the forest to comb their forest. Mazen Nnamdi say he has nothing to problem with it. Even Mazen Simon Ekpa said it. He has no problem with it. But when you create your own group, and your own group now is to fight against already prepared group that have been doing the work even before you came. You come now, you want to push them aside. You want your mission now is to make sure the people you are fighting against becomes your own brother. That is where we have a problem. And when they talk about self-defense against who? We are still watching, and we not much information are not yet out. We will still be observing and be watching. And wherever you are, before you join any group, you must be very careful. It does not matter where the information is coming from. It doesn't matter who says what and where you see it. Before you join any group, in this era, you must be very careful. All that glitters are not gold. This time that Nigerian government is fighting in, day out, pumping out money right, left, and center. Today, Nigerian government is working around the clock. To see that they infiltrate what we are doing. This is not the time to just take any war with a pinch of salt. Anything we see this time around, it must be properly examined. It must be properly questioned. So if you are in Biafra land, there's nothing wrong in protecting your environment. There's nothing wrong in joining a security free operator, but you must be very careful. You must be very, very extraordinarily careful. Because at this time that the federal government of Nigeria has pumped in money, have put in so many resources to destroy this truth and to confuse those who are genuine. It is the time that we don't just listen to issues or just take things because people said it. We examine every information, where it is coming from. We examine every information properly. We don't just take it because you said it. No. We examine every information properly. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, I urge you to stay your ground and do what you have to do. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Continue to demand for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Very important. Nnamdi Kanu, unconditional release. Nnamdi Kanu remain innocent. No matter they sentence him 1 million years, they sentence him life or death, he's an innocent man. You and I know that. And their court have said that. The United Nations have said that. And we have not forgotten that. Whatever they're doing against Nnamdi Kanu today is illegal. And for one reason or the other, the world have decided to keep silent. And will not be silent. As for the case of Simon Ekpa, we will not be silent either. Wherever you are today, remember, Simon Ekpa and Joko, his appeal has been fixed next month on the 5th of next month. And Biafrans are required to be in Finland in solidarity with our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Not just on the court day. Remember the protest that is coming on the 4th. and people are already trying one word or other to scare Biafran from coming for the protest. I don't know what people tend to gain to discourage people from coming for the protest. I don't know what you intend to gain. And these are the people who claim they love Mazi Simon Ekpa. And when you hear them speak, they are discouraging people from coming to protest on behalf of Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is not even in the zoo. In Europe, in a civilization where people have the right to express themselves, and people are coming to Finland to show solidarity with Mazi Simon Ekpa and to show Finland government that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not alone. They can detain him for all I care. Show them that Mazi Simon Ekpa still have his followers. Biafrans are behind him. And instead of you to support it, you discourage people simply because the information is not coming from you. You discourage it because it is not your group that put the project. And I ask myself, is it about personality? What about our collective interest? What about our collective project, Biafra? Why must it be about you? Why must it be about your ego? Why must it be that if it doesn't come from you, it's not right? What happens to our collective interest? What happens to unity of purpose? Every one of us knows the purpose for which we gather, regardless who you support or who you follow, is for self-determination of Biafran people. And the strongest figure that we have is Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. So why do you have to go against something that you know that the main objective is to project these leaders at a good light and to ask for their freedom? Why do you go against something that you know that is in support of these leaders simply because it is not coming from your mouth, simply because it is not your group? You speak against it even when you know you're not doing the right thing. It is sad. There we are talking about a proper representation of Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland, talking about international pressure, and we explain how that international pressure can be activated through an international lawyer. And still yet, there are people, for their own selfish interest, they speak against the international lawyer. That you don't want to contribute or you don't have money to contribute, why don't you keep silent? If you feel you are not convinced, the least you can do is to just keep silent, pretend you're not hearing it, and allow those who are pushing the project to go along with it, because it's something that is meant to add impact to the case of our Prime Minister. If you have your own project, follow your own project. It's just like the case of Nnamdi Kanu. You see many volunteers, many pro bono lawyers are coming up. Many senior advocates came on pro bono. So if you can be, even if you want to bring your own lawyer, you say you want to do your own thing, you want to take your own thing and to support myself, you have the right to do that. Don't talk against people on what they are doing to show their own interest, simply because you are not the one saying it. And the most painful thing that most of the people that are castigating this effort has nothing. They have no template. They are not doing anything. Ask them, you now that is canceling people, you now that is destroying what people are doing, you are telling people not to support the international lawyer, you are telling people not to go for the protest. What effort are you making to see that Mazi Simon Ekpa has a credible support on the coming appeal court? A simple question, and you can't answer. Some of them will stupidly and idiotically come and think they are doing something on the ground. And we have seen people who have done underground, and today they are the one abusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have seen people who have done underground. Today they're working against Mazi Simon Ekpa. If you have nothing to offer, why not just keep silent and allow those that are making their effort, even if it doesn't go well with you, pursue your own direction the way you want to do it. As long as the mission is leading to one place, freedom for our leaders. I must not speak in the same language that you are speaking. I must not have the same opinion with you. But why don't you focus on that unity of purpose? That single thing that unites us. Why is it difficult? Why is it difficult for you to key in on that thing that unites all of us? Why is it so difficult for you? My fellow Biafrans, Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa needs our support. He needs our support on the international lawyer. He needs our support on the protest that he's going to hold on the 4th of August in Lati. The flyers are everywhere. The phone numbers to call are there. Seek for the flyer, seek for the phone number, call and make inquiries and be there so that you can know the time and place and how long it's going to take. That is the least you can do. And also help to encourage people and educate people to be there. The same number that went for declaration in Finland, the same number that went for inauguration in Finland is required again to go there and show solidarity to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Let it not be that he's alone. Let it not be that he was just fighting his own battle. Let them know that he belongs to us, he is with us, and we will continue to be with him no matter what. Regardless of whatever they call him, we are with him 100%. Why is it difficult for you to understand this? Our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even in meditation, have been calling us and telling us unity of purpose, unity of purpose, unity of purpose. And today, Mazi Simon Ekpa, unity of purpose. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started from inaugurating the 100 men. In 100 men, it comprises of all the Biafran agitating group, wherever you belong. You can be part of the 100 men. That was where the unity started. The 100 men. And up to today, it comprises of different groups. Anywhere you are, be part of it. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went ahead to redeem IPOB and remove those that destroyed IPOB, the ex-DOS. They are gone and gone forever. And today, IPOB, which is our Anobi, which is our main family. You see people, some people are scared of IPOB restoration and they call it just an organization. IPOB is not just an organization, it is our family. And that is our family name. You can't run away from it. You can't get away from it. The best you could do is to support IPOB. Pray for the good new leadership and pray for their success. Pray for them. It is not time to say, oh, it wasn't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that gave the order. So how are you sure it's for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Very idiotic thing to say. How can you say, how am I sure? Even when Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, was the very first person to distance himself from them and cast a vote of no confidence on them. Even with everything they have seen, even with the brokers they are making against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you still say, how am I sure it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that sacked them? Simply because you want to protect your ego. Simply because you are scared of the truth. Simply because you think that once IPOB comes, you become irrelevant. Is it about you or about our collective freedom? Is it about you or about our collective freedom? It should be about our freedom. And no genuine person should see IPOB reborn as a threat. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never gave an order, say, oh, order the Biafran agitation group, shut down, and everybody goes back to IPOB. He didn't say that. But we must recognize IPOB, work with IPOB, support IPOB, follow every instruction that's been given, because the instruction is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can have your mushroom groups, right, left, and center. Continue to put your effort. This is division of labor. Division of labor. In one of the programs of Mazi Simon Ekpa, he said it, that you might be good on this and you are not good in the other one. There are people who are good on in diplomatic moves and they are making it. There are people who are very good on evangelism. They are doing it. There are those who are good on defense. They are doing it. Whichever area you see that you are performing well in your own mushroom group, continue to do that. Not attacking your brother or your sister. Not seeing one another as a threat. More especially, the IPOB reborn by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our family. That is where we all started. That is our foundation. Anobi, Anaheliele, you can't run away from it. And every single one of us must pay allegiance to IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader. And that code of conduct of IPOB guides every of us, no matter the group where you belong. Whatever information Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pass affects all of us. We must abide by it and follow it. If you are seeing IPOB as a threat, it means you are seeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a threat. No matter how you pretend, oh, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, oh, our leader, our Onyendu. and you don't obey instruction that's coming from you, you should be ashamed of yourself. And some of them will say, oh, Master Simon Ekpa did not. I played a video of Master Simon Ekpa. Go and watch that video that I played today. Go and watch it from the beginning, and you will hear how Master Simon Ekpa explained the reason he refused to take order from the DOS, from the DSS. Why he refused? He made it expressly clear that he is distancing Master Nnamdi Kanu from every activities we are carrying out to free him, because they might use it against him. As we are putting pressure on Nigerian government, we don't have to take order from Master Nnamdi Kanu to put pressure to release him. He is not the one to give the pressure. It is we outside on our own that will put that pressure to release him, not by his order. And he made it clear. But today, you see some idiots. They are in their so-called platform attacking Master Nnamdi Kanu, calling him different kinds of names. Their action today is 100 totally opposite of what Master Simon Ekpa did in those days. But some people ignorantly go and use it as an example. It is sad, very, very sad. Wherever you are today, you must be focused. We are in a very difficult time, very interesting time, and very important time. Don't lose your focus. Your brother is just an enemy. We are all fighting for one thing. Our directions and thinking, our method might be different, but the purpose is one: self-determination. There is nothing wrong in having different opinion or having different method of doing things. There's nothing wrong in even disagreeing, but we disagree to agree. Don't make it hostile. Don't go to personal attack. Don't begin to attack people personally. Don't do that. Just like they are doing against Master Nnamdi Kanu. And you know what happened? Once you go against Master Nnamdi Kanu, you are finished. Biafrans will not be silent. We will not be silent. We will go after you, and we shred you into pieces. Everything that concerns you, we will not hold back. We won't hold back. I pray that Chukwu will continue to guide and protect all of us. Before we round up on this program, let us go to their media and see what media information they have. After the short break, we go to the media and bring media update before.
Follow for God, them say Tinubu don't follow for God. Tinubu don't follow for God. He want to take it tax the top of our head. Senate house fall and the criminals, concrete military fall and the terrorists, injustice on motor shop forget law for inside court. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for God. Him and EFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for God. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machambo. He go matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows the way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for God. Them make Nigerians see one die for suffer.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for being with me till this long. I appreciate everyone who has been patient with us on this program today. If you have made it this far, we appreciate you and we thank you for making it up to this level. And we will continue to do what we have to do and continue to preach the gospel no matter how difficult it is. You know, we are having a lot of attack on our platform. Most of the time, it is almost impossible to reach out to people. But I encourage every one of you, each time you join us, don't watch the program alone. Once you join our program, invite someone to join. Like the program, share it so that other people can equally get the information that you are privy to. Don't keep it yourself. This is that time that Master Simon Ekpa told us to engage in radical evangelism. And remember, Master Nnamdi Kanu equally told us to make sure we carry everybody along. So how can you carry people along when you are not following up? So in carrying people along, we must continue to do what needs to be done. That is the only way we can be able to carry people along. So if you are not sharing this information, if you are not sharing it to people who need to hear us, how can you be carrying them along? The only way to confirm that you are carrying people along is to make sure that when you get information, you share it. Once you join us on our platform, you share and let others also get the information you are getting. You can share to your family members. You can share on your WhatsApp group. You can share on all your platforms, either on TikTok, on Facebook, on X. Share so that other people can have these informations because they are important. They are important informations that you can't run away from. You can't run away from. They are very important. So when we get this information, we share it and make sure it gets to everyone. So I urge every one of you that is watching to please continue to pay attention. Don't allow anyone to discourage you as we continue, and make sure that you join us and push the messages where it to be. So let's start from here on the update we have on the media, because we cannot go without touching some issues on the media. This one says South African fire back at Ghana over killing of citizens. Says attack was extortion, not xenophobia. So that's South Africa has been on the news for the wrong reasons this time, and whatever they are doing, it is not going to end up well with them. Whatever be their reason, is not genuine for them to be taking innocent life. Family begs for her as Nigerian police inspector shot by gunmen in Rivers battle for life. You can imagine. Nigerian police inspector shot by gunmen in Rivers battle for life. You can imagine. This is somebody who was serving as a policeman. He was shot only to be begging his family to be begging online to save his life. Somebody who is serving the inspector of police who was shot on duty now begging for life. That means no proper care. But their governors and their senators will be flown abroad for treatment. The only people that deserve to be flown abroad for treatment is this kind of people. When you got injured in active duty, they were supposed to fly you abroad to make sure that you get your health back. But look at in active duty, he's only begging for his life. And tomorrow they will tell you to go and join police and you will join. Tomorrow they will tell you to go and join army and you join. Sorry. Some of you will never learn, and you will learn in a hard way. How National Hospital denied issuing El-Rufai medical report used to seek bail, ICPC. Now I know that one. Mad people. Is it a new thing to get your fake? Everything in Nigeria is fake. Everything, certificate, report is fake. It's not new. The message was right, but the timing was wrong by Matthew. I don't know what I'm talking about. I won't join politicians who destroyed Nigeria just to gain power, show whatever else. He has said it several times and he stood on his word. That if you have been part of politics in Nigeria, he's not going to be with you. He has stated it before and he maintained it. And I appreciate him for keeping his word, even though we don't agree on everything, but at least he is fighting what he believes. And I pray that Chukwu will guide him and hold him strong. Nigerian Army confirmed killing of 2 soldiers, scores of terrorists after ISWAT midnight attack on Borno base. You can imagine. They still have the capacity to attack. They are still attacking. ISWAT is still attacking the soldiers. And Trump say he has finished them. Mad people. So Trump still not saying don't finish them. Court adjourned case of 5 ex-employee of Tinubu linked to firm charge for exposing maybe they are president. They will quash their case now. We have known them to be doing that before. Concerns as flood control project in Abuja yet to commence despite payment of 31.8 million. Of course. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Quick to give projects so that they can share the money. Court orders Nigerian police to prosecute sergeant, pay 200 million for 2021 killing of truck driver Babai in Usun. This one is the only one that made it to the news. That is what they have been doing, killing innocent people every day in Nigeria. It's not a news. University of Ibadan appeal litigants accuses appeal court deputy registrar of bias threat. Yeah. Bias is the order of the day in court. We see it in the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, so it's not new to us. Oyo school children abduction. Socialite labor blast teachers union over suspension of strike demands weekly protest. Their students are still in detention. Nobody cares. Is it not Oyo? Their brother is in governance. They don't want to disturb his election. Odoboye is already whitewashing him, so they will join suit. They can protest. Yoruba Union condemned Tinubu over shielding of Gajamila in 27.4 billion agency scandal. Demand suspension. But they suspend indeed. Two criminals working with each other. You want to suspend? Suspend what? Nigerian ministers makes U-turn on NYC uniform. Says no decision on replacing khaki with Adire. Adire. Nothing is impossible with you. Bajamila Gates. Article demands probe of Tinubu Chief of Staff over alleged bribery. Says current administration is monumental scam. Of course. Nigeria administration is Oluwale. They have carried their Oluwale into Asorok now. What do you expect? When Oluwale is now in charge. EFCC arraigned woman over 19 million naira UK visa fraud in Enugu. That's the ones they do fast. If it is an individual, they can take the person in 1 minute. But when it comes to the main criminals, they can never get them. Breaking. Police arrest late MFM pastor's widow, Yawande Roberts, amid 550 million alleged defamation row with Ulukoya. Bandits kill large-scale farmers. You can imagine. Trump saying don't finish with Nnamdi. Bandits kill large-scale farmer, business owner in Kaduna community as insecurity worsen. In your own news, insecurity worsen, but Donald Trump say you don't finish with Ona. That is the fraud you have with Tinubu. Well, it's a shame that Donald Trump is buying into that fraud. It's very, very painful. Very painful. Trump administration claim ICC has no jurisdiction over U.S. citizen. Reject cooperation. ICC. No, ICC is for third world country. Now we know from time. $6.23 million released by Emefiele for foreign election observers mission was pure theft. Police witness tells court. You can imagine. 6.23 million was given to foreign observers just to allow them rig election. Tinubu, that's Babangida. Buhari, you can imagine what Tinubu can pay this time around. You can, and that is why they will struggle to come and be an observer. After observing, they go to sleep. When you hear, oh, United Nations and EU are observing Nigeria election, you think they will do anything? Sorry. You think they will do something? Mad people everywhere. Tinubu linked Alpha Beta firm shamelessly using police courts to silence ex-worker over corruption allegations. Why RSC demands probe? Probe of who? Of Tinubu. When you probe Alpha Beta, you are probing Tinubu now, and you know he will not permit that. You know why people continue to fight a battle they know they can't win. 6 billion Mambila fraud trial. Witness claim FEC minutes tendered by EFCC are same verbatim in Ogunloye case. Only story. Breaking. Bandits killed travelers on Kaduna Benin Gwari Road. 48 hours after Governor Sani declared route safe. That is it. That is it. Just 48 hours after they declared route safe, bandits entered there, dismantle everything. Just like Trump is in the United States declaring Nigeria safe. Declaring Nigeria safe and more children are kidnapped, more people are okay. Look at this one. I don't know whether if Donald Trump is even if they give him information, doesn't he read news? Doesn't Donald Trump have access to it? Can't he read and write? Is it good to Google Nigerian news or go to the Nigerian media and see something? Is it difficult? All we know is about interest. Report confirmed rising abduction, killings of Nigeria under Tinubu government in 2026 first half. I never see anything. U.S. withdraw majority of troops deployed to Nigeria after joint anti-ISIS operation. You can see. You see, they are withdrawing already. They are withdrawing. Who cares? They don't care about you. You can imagine. U.S. withdraws majority of troops deployed to Nigeria after joint anti-ISIS operation. Nigeria, Tinubu have already succeeded. The British and Tinubu have succeeded in removing their attention. So anybody that is expecting Trump to do anything in Nigeria, you are a joker. That one is done. I'm ready to face court and be vindicated. DG of alleged fake presidential agency says after accusing Gajamila of bribery. I never see anything. Court defers ruling on admissibility of documents in ex-minister Ngige's alleged 2.2 billion fraud. And that one they use silence the criminal again. Botswana opposition MP urges President Boko to break silence over South African xenophobia attack. Mad people everywhere. And I know this is Lagos. What's happening there? Investigation. Pregnant women, children sleep in church as ocean swallow over 10 Ondo community. Residents blame Chevron activities. They have been doing that. And nobody is coming to your aid. See? All they care about is the resources. They take resources and they move out. They don't care about the people. They don't care how you feel. They don't care what you go through. They don't care whether you survive or not. Nigerian police accused of abduction. Nigerian police accused of abducting secret reporters, journalists, over investigation into CBN Deputy Governor Emem Uso. That is it. Of course, once you settle, if you settle them, they continue to make people disappear to make your case look different. Residents flee Sokoto community after fresh bandit attack. Report killing of chief imam. You can imagine. Trump say he don't finish them now. Trump is withdrawing troops and he said don't finish them. But look at people. People are running away from Sokoto with video evidence. People are running from their communities. Chief imam lost his life. You haven't seen nothing yet. Until all of you join us and talk about disintegration so that everyone will be free, you will continue to face until it becomes your turn one day. Residents flee Sokoto community after fresh bandit attack, reported killing of chief imam. Military clear bomb threats on Zamfara highway after IED attack hit police counter-terror vehicle. I never see anything. Atiku hired U.S. lobbying firm. Alleged Biden refused White House meeting with Tinubu over drug allegation. But he's not going to meet. He's not going to meet with the. They don't settle now. He will meet with Trump. They have settled. Before you know it now, he'll be with Trump. Atiku hired U.S. lobbying firm. Alleges Biden refused White House meeting with Tinubu over drug allegation. Let's see. Let's see where Trump will take him. They have already started clearing road for him. Fire got a Badambode market. Raises several shops. Leaves traders in tears. Good day now you see those traders, most of them now will be Biafran people. DSS DG revealed agency chose Showore's Tinubu insult case to make an example, seek tougher punishment for online abuse. That's it now. They want to use Showore as an example. Mad people. Breaking. Bandit invade Kwara community again. Injure 2 residents in failed bid to abduct traditional ruler. You see, they are still making an attempt to abduct a whole traditional ruler. And Trump say they have finished them. Everybody, you're on your own. If you believe these people, you're on your own. I was fought at gunpoint. Ibadan driver arrested over alleged inverter battery robbery. Insists He's innocent. Several times we've seen innocent people being set up by the government. The establishment of state police is overdue by Dr. Aisha Tosa Agberebi. So that's all we have this evening from their media, mainly on Sahara reporters. And wherever you are, don't give up. Continue to focus and continue to propagate the gospel of freedom. Continue to support our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the face of Biafran struggle. There is nothing you can do about it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the face of the struggle, and he has not deviated. He has never deviated. Likewise, our Prime Minister, Mazi Samanekwa, he did what he has to do, and he has never deviated. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of us that is focusing and doing what needs to be done. And may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect all our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader, and Mazi Simon Ekpa and Jogo. We will continue to pray for them and pray that no weapon formed or fashioned against them will prosper. And any tongue that will rise against them in judgment must be condemned. As those ones that are rising against them in judgment today, whoever you might be, you will definitely be condemned. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again by the grace of Skokana. Thank you so much, and good night, everybody. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chiko kikabia mapuni nene chineke ngende sona efewe na kushala nina ina koza hanso ya mkuni unanye na jama we kama mzali anyana ge farusi obona nege ole kali nene kele kama kele obia mnendi nden so na kiri ana kushala ni obadi ndo no totua eyi aba no wanene
But you know what? They will like you to believe that someone Ekpa is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I am doing in 5 years to come. Thank you.